Okay, so I've added some things onto our little sample classrooms here, and I want to talk to you about linking. So the first thing, you need to decide what's important enough for you to link. So if I'm looking at my classroom, I've linked the periodic table to an online version. That's something in class they use very, very frequently. I've linked our textbook. I've linked a website we use a lot for virtual labs. And I've linked my 2 YouTube channels. And then I have linked my lab safety video right here. So that's kind of course material. On my whiteboard, I have linked more common classroom items. So my office hours or tutoring hours will be a Google Doc. My contact the teacher information is a Google Doc. And then this right here, I will be linking within Canvas. That's the learning management system my school uses. This video is not addressing any linking within your learning management system. I have put some info on linking in Canvas in another video. You can also even link to your Bitmoji, so once I make my About Me video, it'll actually be linked to my little Bitmoji. So deciding what you want to link is the first thing, and making sure that you have items to use as links. So let's take a look at this library example. So we put this poster here, you learn something every day if you pay attention. So maybe I want to link a calendar to that. So I've made a little mock calendar as a Google Sheet. So I'm just going to click share. I don't want the students to be able to write on this, but I do want anybody to be able to look at it. So I'm going to do get link, anyone with link, and it says viewer. So anybody with this link can view it. So I'm going to copy that. I'm going to click right on that poster, Control K, or you can use the little link button up here either way. I'm going to paste that in there and push apply. So now if anybody clicks on this poster, it's going to take them to that calendar. Let's say that The Wizard of Oz, there's going to be a play about it in our area, so they want to make the book available online. Okay. So here's an online version of The Wizard of Oz. So I'm just going to copy that. And I'm going to paste it right there. For the little owl, I've already done the rest of these. For the little owl, I have it linking to MLA formatting at Purdue Owl. So that's why I chose the little owl. Our databases, so I put a link to my school's library's database page so students can find that easier for research, things like that. ACT is a really big deal for us, so I put a link to the ACT online prep. And then maybe they do a featured book of the week, and that was linked to the Emma book. All of these you can change out as the year goes on, or you can change out where the links go, things like that, with no problem. Okay, so let's look at some more examples. Let's say I'm in the social studies classroom, and maybe I want them to monitor our local criminal dockets. Okay, we're looking at the amount of people who are charged with a certain crime. I don't know. So I'm going to click on it. This is our court records. So I'm just going to copy that. Paste that on there. I also like to use YouTube channels. So here's the history YouTube channel. Maybe that's something that we have them reference. I'm just going to paste that in there, apply. We already talked about U.S. News earlier, so maybe I want them to have a direct link to U.S. News. They do current events, so maybe that's a good place for them to get some info for their current event. And then maybe we've been talking a lot about White House information, so I want them to have that website readily available as well. And apply. So now these all have links to them that students can click. And I know sometimes I've used the clock, like a due date, things like that. You could put a calendar picture somewhere, link it to a calendar. If there's an interactive map or something like that that you want to use, you can link it there. And I also link, like these motivational posters, I link them for actual little speeches. So this one is about growth mindset, and I think the other one's about grit. I may be wrong. Yes, grit. So, and I may change those out. As the year goes on, I may not. We'll see. But they're there, and sometimes students like to have that's kind of changed so they can go click on it. So that is all the basic links that we are using. And in another video, you can see how I link things in Canvas.